Hey girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, there's not going to be any testing, there's not going to be any reviews. We're literally just going to sit down and play with makeup. I've had this green, blue and yellow look in my head for ages and I haven't been able to like execute it because the palettes I've been reviewing don't have that color scheme. So today I'm just going to sit down and play with makeup. I know tutorials don't usually do well on YouTube anymore, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood to review stuff, you know what I mean? You have to be in the right mindset to always give stuff reviews. I just feel like sitting down and just touching makeup, you know what I mean? I don't want to think about how's this performing, how does this look? I just want to play with makeup. And I know for a fact if I did this look without filming it, you girlies would come for me. Tammy, where's the tutorial, girl? Where's the tutorial? So we're just gonna do it. So anyways, we're gonna start with brows. Actually, haven't primed. For primer, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Poreless face primer. I know I said I didn't want to review stuff, but I've got so many comments about this. Is it good? I like it. Once again, it's that kind of silicone-y, creamy feel, but that's the only review I'm doing today. It's like it's in my blood to just review stuff. And I haven't done my brows on camera in ages, so here we go. Usually because when I'm watching tutorials, guys, brows are the most boring part. I literally skip through the video, so I don't include them in my videos because I don't know if you girlies want them. But we're just gonna do brows today, so I usually try to get my brows over and done with as quick as possible so I could just move on to all the fun stuff. So yeah, I just start, Revolution Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate, and then I just start by outlining them. Plus I'm not the best at brows, so I don't tend to give advice on it, but yeah. Ta-da! That's literally all I do. I literally just fill it out with the pomade and then I go around it with concealer. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. I've been using the same one for years for my brows and it's nearly finished. I don't know what I'm going to do after this, but this is the Freedom Pro Conceal and Correct palette. I believe it's medium. And just clean up my brows. Now taking a little bit of Eyeshadow brow gel. Don't worry guys, they're not finished yet. They will come together. Don't feel guilty if you are skipping through this part of the video. I usually do the same. Okay, so now that is done, it's time to go in with foundation. And I've really been loving the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, but it is kind of drying and I notice around my nose it does start to separate. So I like to mix it with a hydrating type of foundation and then you get the best of both worlds. Lately I've been mixing it with the Too Faced Born This Way. I actually got this idea from Uche here on YouTube. She mixed it and I was like, why didn't I think about that? And then I mixed it and I fell in love with the combo. But you can also mix it with like the Revolution foundation drops because these are quite hydrating as well, and blend that in. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to eyeshadow and I'm going to take the Plouise eyeshadow base first. Just going to blend that in with a brush. Okay, so the palette of choice today is the Slush Palette by September Rose Cosmetics. I haven't tried this since I did my review video and I've been dying to use it again, but obviously I get sent stuff every day. It's so hard for me to like keep up and keep using stuff that I really like. I'm going back to this palette and yeah, we're gonna do something with the blues and the greens because I've been getting a lot of comments saying, Tammy, you always do red or purple, so we're gonna do blue, green and maybe yellow today. And just to remind you, this palette retails for $24.99. It is a UK black owned brand. I highly recommend it. Check out my first video if you want to see like all of the colors because I'm sure I went in with like loads of rainbow colors. So what I'm going to do first is go in with blue raspberry, which is this dark navy blue type of color, and I'm going to put that straight into the outer V. They're very pigmented. I'm going to start by pressing before I start blending, and I'm also going to carry that through the crease. Now cleaning off the brush, I'm going into Cucumber Lime next, which is the dark greeny shade. And I'm just gonna use that to buff out the green. I meant the blue. Shades are so pigmented. But you still wanna keep this green pretty low. And now going in with the one above that, which is called Lemon and Lime. And I'm gonna use this to buff around the brow bone. It's kind of like a slime acid green. So big with did. And then last but not least, taking some of Banana, which is the yellow. I'm just going to press that right at the brow bone. And then once all the colours are laid down, what you want to do is go back in with the 4 colours and just deepen and blend them, all of that good stuff. So going back into this green down here, I'm just going to blend that in between the blue and the lime. Now we're working on getting the blend right. Before we were just placing the colours, now we're going to blend. Oh, I miss doing tutorials, guys. And back into the blue, blending that in. I want to carry this blue quite high because I am cutting the crease today. Light pressure, back and forth motions, and it should blend. And I've said this in a video of mine before, but I'm going to say it again in case you missed it. Make sure you hold the brush further down rather than close up, because then you get a lot of pressure and a lot of product and it's harder to blend. But if you hold towards the end of the brush, you get light pressure and it just blends easier. Also, another key point when you're doing kind of detailed blended looks like this, the smaller the brush, the better. You want kind of blending pencil brushes or like blending pointed tapered brushes, so it really gets into that crease area. If you go in with big fluffy brushes like this, you're just going to get a blown out diffused look rather than a gradient, if that makes sense. This brush is from MSQ, which is actually a AliExpress brand, and they do really good brush sets for really affordable prices, so I will leave a link to my favorite ones down below. So now I'm going to go in and cut the crease with the Plouise eyeshadow base. So for this, I squeeze it onto the back of my hand, and then I take this brush, which is a Jouer dupe brush. This is the 226 smudger brush, I believe. I got it from eBay in a Jouer dupe set, and I absolutely love this brush for cutting the crease. I've tried other brushes to cut the crease, and none of them are as thin and oval shaped as this one. This brush is honestly perfection, but it did come in a set of 15 brushes, so you would have to buy the set if you want to get this one brush, but totally worth it. I'm going to take some of that Plouise base onto the brush, get really close to the eye and cut that crease. Now to cut, I stamp. So I stamp on across, so you guys will see what I mean, but I stamp it on rather than swiping. I find swiping drags the skin and it just creates these jiggy jaggy lines, and it just doesn't work out for me. I've seen people drag it across and it just looks flawless and they're like perfection and everything, but not all of us can do that. So what I do is I stamp. Now I'm trying not to erase that blue color, but maybe I should have carried it a bit higher. Like that. That looks nice actually. Okay, so next we're gonna go back into that dark blue color, and we're just gonna blend it on the edge of that concealer. Now, I low-key wanted today's look to be all matte, so I think that's what we're gonna go for, apart from, of course, the way inner corner is gonna be shimmery as usual. So I think I'm gonna go in with the same colors. Just don't know how it's gonna look, I don't know, but we're gonna go for it. So next I'm going into this green, and we're gonna put that right next to the blue. I mostly want my inner corner to be yellow, so yeah, there's that. And then into the lemon and lime shade, put that right next to it. Back in with a dab of the blue, blending that into the green. Looks like this are really all about going back and forth and just getting that blend right. And then now for the inner corner, I want to go in with this yellow. I'm going to try this one, and if it's not strong enough, I do have a pigment by Sample Beauty, but we're going to try press this one on first. Actually, this yellow is applying beautifully. It's very vibrant. You can definitely see it. So yeah, this is good enough. And these matte shades in this palette are so creamy, guys. They're just so soft. They're not like dry mattes, do you know what I mean? That looks beautiful. So now going back into the two greens that I put on the center, these two, and just blending that into the yellow. Gentle motions. Oh, I love it. What do you guys think? I don't know, it's giving me like tropical vibes. I definitely feel like maybe a glitter in the crease might just amp it up a bit more, don't you think? What color though? Let's ask Instagram. Duh. You girlies will help me. Okay guys, so I'm mid filming and I can't decide which glitter I should put in the crease. Gold or silver? What do you think? I feel like the silver would contrast really well. I don't know if the gold will blend in too much. Let me know what you think. Okay, so while I'm waiting for you guys to decide, I'm gonna go in with eyeliner, and this is the LA Splash Divine Liquid Liner in the shade Dementor. So I'm just gonna line my eyes. Okay guys, and I'm back. So I decided to put some lashes on while I was off camera, and I went in with the Backstage lashes in the style Mayfair. So I'm just gonna go ahead and complete the rest of my face. You guys are still deciding between the glitters. At the moment it is 60% gold and 40% silver, but I'm just gonna leave it for a little bit longer just to make sure that is the actual results. So next we're going in with concealer, and yeah, I've been loving the Jouer concealer. I bought this from Cult Beauty for I believe £16, and it is so full coverage. But most of all, I love how it just glides onto the skin. Like, it just doesn't drag, it just glides on so well. I really like this, and I got the shade Rich Ginger. And then I saw Beauty Bay was having them on sale for like £11, but my shade that I wanted was sold out, so I couldn't grab it. And I'm just going to use the edge of the wand to clean up my wing and blending that in with my sponge. Do you know what? The eye look is growing on me just the way it is. I don't know if I need glitter. It looks nice the way it is, don't you think? Maybe I'll take some pictures like this and then I'll add some glitter and take some more pictures, and then whichever one I like the most. Ta-da! But do you guys see the coverage on this concealer? Like, what? And this is with a sponge, so I bet if you took it with a brush or blended it out with a brush, you'd get even more coverage, but love it. If you've tried the Jouer foundation, the high coverage something, maybe the one that goes with this concealer, let me know, because I've been seeing it on Cult Beauty and stuff, but I don't know if it's a good product. But if it's anything like this concealer, I definitely want to pick it up. So if you have tried it, I think it's called like Essential High Coverage Foundation or something like that. Let me know what you think about it and I'll give it a try if I get good reviews for it. Okay, so next I'm going to set my face, and for that I've been loving the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Like I said, I was late to the party, but don't worry guys, I'm on the bus now. So I'm just dabbing that underneath my eyes. It's such a flawless powder. Someone asked me which one do I prefer, this or the Sacha. Ooh, to me they're two different powders. Obviously this one is translucent and the Sacha one is not. It's yellow toned, and I really like that about the Sacha one, but I find that this one is just a little bit more smoothing underneath my eyes, like a little bit more filter looking, if that makes sense. So I do prefer the Laura one, but I still love my Sacha. Like, it hasn't replaced it. I will definitely keep using Sacha. I'm just going to use a little bit of this to reverse contour. Love this eye look the way it is now. It's coming together, you know what I mean? So now we're going to go ahead and contour, and it's always the same thing, you know, Sunkissed, say it with me, giant bronzer in the shade medium. So I'm just going to bronze my face with that. And also taking some of that down the sides of my nose to contour. Now taking some of my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in dark, I'm just gonna dab over my whole face, contour, and also where I put that Laura Mercier powder. This is just to blend everything together, but also stop flashback or anything like that. Do you know what I've actually been loving lately, guys? This Revolution clear lip gloss came in the advent calendar, and I've been using it every single day. Like, I love it so much. It's not sticky, but it's so like reflective and glossy, and now it's mixed in with foundation. Lovely, Tammy, well done. So now we're gonna go in with blush, and I have this LA Girl Just for Fun blush. It's like an orangey color. I think orangey would go really nice with green. So stop it, I took the smallest amount. Okay, let's blend this in. So next I'm gonna go in and do my lower lash line. So I'm gonna start with the green shade, and I'm just gonna buff that out. Oh my gosh, I know what I want to do. Hold on, look what I got. This is the Revolution Pro Pigment Pomade in Lemon Yellow. I'm going to put this in my waterline. So these can be used on the waterline as eyeliner, as brow pomade. They're just literally like a brow pomade but coloured. Oh, I love it. And then also taking a dab of banana, and I'm really going to blow this one out underneath that lime. And then last but not least, taking a really precise brush, taking that blue shade, and this I'm gonna run so close to the lash line. I think we're looking cute, guys. We just need to find something to pop on the inner corner. Let's see what this palette has. So this palette has like a bluish color. Do you think that would? Let's try a little bit of this bluish color, which is called Bubblegum, and if it doesn't pop, we could just top it with something else. Oh, that looks interesting. I love inner corner highlighters that are just something else, you know, not just the typical gold and silver. This is like bluey. I like that. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Yeah, I don't think I want to add a glitter anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I asked you on the poll and everything. And now last but not least, mascara on the bottom lash line. Last but not least is lips, and I know I'm gonna go nude because we've got a lot going on the eyes. I've been loving these lipsticks by NYX. They're called the Suede matte lipsticks. Guys, I've never seen a creamy matte lipstick so good before. Like, it just glides on the lips so nicely. This one's a little bit pinky than I remember. I need a different shade. Yeah, this one's better. So this is the shade Fetish, and it's like a really light concealery beige nude type of color. So I'm gonna go in with that one, but of course I need a lip liner. So I'm gonna take the NYX Cold Brew lip liner, which is basically a brown. Let's put that there. It's like a brown lip liner. So starting with the lip liner. And now taking the Suede matte lipstick. I highly recommend these, guys. Like, they're so comfortable and very easy to apply, as you can see. And now that we've got concealer lips, I'm gonna go in with the Revolution Gloss in Clarity. Unfortunately, this is not sold individually. It has to come in the advent calendar, but I'm sure everyone has a clear gloss at home. And last but not least, of course, you guys thought I forgot, highlighter. So I have my favorite one here, which is Obsession Mega Metal. I use this like every day. It's my go-to. Typically I only tend to highlight my nose because I have a lot of texture, like I've said in my videos before, so I don't typically do highlighter on the cheeks, but I love it on the nose. And for setting spray, I'm going in with the Mario Badescu spray. I picked up 2 more of these because Beauty Bay was having a sale and they were on sale for like £4.30, so I picked up 2 more. I love this look, and I've had it running around my head for a few days. So you know when you finally execute it and it comes out how you imagined it? Okay guys, so here we have the final look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. It was so much fun filming, just getting back to makeup, not always review, testing. Just sit down and play with what I have. I hope you guys like this look. I highly recommend this palette for $24.99, and they do have, she gave me a discount code. Oh my god, hold on. Yeah, I do have a code. Okay, so use code TAMMI, T-A-M-M-I, to get 10% off your order. Just to let you know, it is an affiliate code, but Obviously this video wasn't because of the code, because I've only just remembered that I have a code. So yeah, if you do want to save 10%, feel free to use code Tammy. If not, it's only $24.99, you know, it's very affordable, especially for the pigmentation girl, yes. But definitely let me know if you want me to continue doing more tutorials, and if you do, what palettes do you want me to use, what products do you want me to use, all of that good stuff. I just want to give you guys what you want to see. I know some of you have been asking for more tutorials using my palette, and that is definitely coming. I'm going to be showing you guys my everyday kind of makeup routine, and that involves my palette because of course it has all of my go-to colors in it. So yeah, that will be coming up. But if you want to see any other tutorials, if you want to see any other tutorials, let me know. Please give this video a thumbs up, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Take care, bye.